In the previous two videos, I spent time going over the new section of text from the upcoming ALL TOMORROWS REDUX, which was very kindly provided to me by author C.M. Kozeman. There has been some incredible stuff revealed so far, ranging from the philosophical outlook of the Star People, their methods of warfare, and details of a new form of villainous Q, now known officially as the Quhanim, called the Drakenmorph. We covered the first 5 paragraphs from the section, and now, in the final video of this 3-part series, we'll finish it off by reading through the last 5 paragraphs, and then analysing them one by one. But before we do that, I'd like to quickly ask that you please hit the like button. It's free and easy to do, and it helps out the channel immensely. Thank you very much. Now, let's begin. The students of time have even recovered the memory imprint of one such tragic survivor. It is a harsh strand, consisting of a lifetime spent sheltering in underground warrens, an anonymous upbringing tainted with the inevitability of death, a sharp memory of ritual sterilization, learning to master the use of artificial mounts and Quhanim hunting weapons, a succession of surface forays and hunts, accompanied by an elder instructor first, then alone. Temporary peaks of elation brought about by violent, inconsequential copulation in lightless warrens and draken kills. Bouts of illness caused by extermination plagues, and most of all, the persistent sense of futility and extinction always looming like an invisible mountain. On one of his last hunts, this Quhanim stalker confronts an improbable vision. It occurs when he is stalking his quarry, a robust, spiny draken perched on the moss-covered bough of a titanic bough, once part of a monumental tree cultivated by humans on that world. He watches it through binoculars, stroking the grip of his weapon. Suddenly, and improbably, the creature notices it has been observed and turns its stalked eyes on him. A voice sounds in his ears, unnaturally loud despite this thing being leagues away. It is simultaneously metallic and soft. You are seen, O pitiful son of man. In panic, the hunter wonders if the creatures have learned to imitate speech, or if he is finally losing his sanity. The rest of his life fades away in cycles of violence and exhaustion, lost in a pattern so dismal and murky that not even the punctuation of death reaches us. Quite a lot there. It seems we have a group of historians, perhaps, who are going over humanity's lost and complicated history, called the Students of Time. Are they humans themselves, or is this perhaps a collective that the alien author belongs to? I suppose the latter is more likely, but that isn't necessarily the case. They're collecting memory imprints in order to flesh out and understand what happened to us in the distant past. I wonder how this is accomplished. It's likely by a certain point in the future, most people had become part flesh and part machine. The gravitar in the first edition of the book came about as a result of achieving the ability to upload their minds into machines using quantum computing. Or it could be that our memories, after death, are absorbed into the ether, and this has been proven true, either before or during the Students of Time's era, and as such, technology has been invented that can retrieve these strands of memory from it. This memory strand contains memories of a hard and difficult life, spent in constant, high-stress situations. Hiding, hunting, and combat seem to be all that this poor fellow ever knew. Ritual sterilization is also in there, most likely at the hands of the Quhanim, who were hell-bent on humanity's extermination. He was also accompanied by an older instructor on his hunts to begin with, then he eventually found himself alone. This may have been his father, or just another older man that he met along the way, who either died at some point, or he simply left when the one whose memory strand we're looking at became old enough to go it alone. Also mentioned briefly are the use of artificial mounts. I wonder if these are creatures created by humans or the Quhanim. They're artificial, as stated. I wonder if they're a species similar to the mantelopes, who are quadrupedal and likely to work well as a mount. He was also no stranger to illness, as so-called extermination plagues make up much of his memories. Certainly, these were unleashed upon the planet by the Quhanim. It looks like they would use any and all methods to wipe out those they deem unworthy of existence. On one of his last hunts, this Quhanim stalker confronts an improbable vision. It occurs when he is stalking his quarry, a robust, spiny draken perched on the moss-covered bough of a titanic bough, once part of a monumental tree cultivated by humans on that world. He watches it through binoculars, stroking the grip of his weapon. Suddenly, and improbably, the creature notices it has been observed and turns its stalked eyes on him. A voice sounds in his ears, unnaturally loud despite the thing being leagues away. It is simultaneously metallic and soft. You are seen, O pitiful son of man. Yes, I know it uses the word bow twice. I'm sure that'll be fixed before publication. There is brief mention of weaponry used by the human in question during his Quhanim hunt, though no detail is given. Given the long range that he is stalking the beast and the sheer size of the draken morphs, I think it would be safe to say that the weapon in question is a type of firearm. Whether it is human-made or Quhanim created is currently unknown. Perhaps the most unsettling part of all is where the draken morph spots him off in the distance and actually speaks to him. I suppose with the Quhanim's unimaginable genetic engineering capabilities, they would have given themselves perfect, perhaps even better than perfect, visual abilities. Hunters usually do have excellent vision, and these drakenmorphs appear to have only one purpose: to hunt humans. In panic, the hunter wonders if the creatures have learned to imitate speech, or if he is finally losing his sanity. The rest of his life fades away in cycles of violence and exhaustion, lost in a pattern so dismal and murky that not even the punctuation of death reaches us. So it's left unclear as to whether the creature is speaking to him or not. It could actually be happening, or it may just be in his head, the immense stress and fatigue of his wild lifestyle taking its toll on his psyche. That appears to be all that the students of time are able to glean from the memory strand that they've recovered. The rest is just a bleak mess of violence and misery that slowly peters out into nothingness, rather than giving a definitive end to his wretched life. Very dark stuff indeed. The Redux certainly seems a lot more personal than the original version, which took a distant, broad strokes type of approach. Mr. Kozeman sent me this sneak peek after my video about the 5 things I would like to see in the All Tomorrows Redux video went live a few weeks ago, and one of the points I made in that video was that I would like to see personal, individual stories in there, akin to Dougal Dixon's Man After Man. However, at the time, I stated that I didn't really think this was going to be the approach that he would be taking. Well, it turns out I was wrong, and individual stories are in fact going to factor into the story quite a bit. For this, I am glad, as it means that now I'm likely to be getting everything that I want in the All Tomorrows Redux, and much, much more. But what do you think about all of this that I've talked about and shown you today? Leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe if you're new here to be notified of future uploads. This has been the Bewarecast, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching the Bewarecast. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button, along with the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Also, please feel free to leave a comment on this video with your thoughts, and share it around with anyone who you think would find it interesting. I'd also like to encourage you to become a patron of mine on Patreon, where, for as little as £1, $1 or euro a month, you'll have access to exclusive bits and pieces from me, such as sneak peeks of my own upcoming speculative biology book, The Telescope, a study of alien worlds from Earth. The introduction chapter of The Telescope is available on there now, read by myself, so if you want to check it out, then just follow the link in the description. I would also like to thank my current members and patrons who could be seen here. This has been the Bewarecast, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.